They say collard greens.
Say the color green?
No, Ruby, collard greens.
What kind of greens you talking about, Jack? You know, Mr. Alvis told me there are all kind of greens. There's purple greens, yellow greens, even red greens. What you think about that?
You want to talk about color, Ruby? I'll tell you something that's a lot more interesting than relational hue.
Relational hue? What are you talking about, Jack?
You know, they all up in their old antics again. And I don't mean that time when they came in trying to clean up for us, or they put those trays up on their head. No. This is a big time cray-cray, Ruby. Big time.
Big time cray-cray? What is it, Jack?
They say they got a Negro student and a Negro teacher they want to bring up in here in these woods.
To do what? To work? We're gonna get fired.
No. The student, she plays piano.
What is she gonna do? Come here in this kitchen and play piano with us? She'd be better off working in this kitchen with us while we watch these crazy white folks do our work.
I know. They're all a little touched, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Southern woman. Mr. McMagically delicious. Roxbury High School student. Roxbury High School student. Louise Day Hicks. President Ford. And Ted Kennedy. Judge Garrity.
It's up to you, McMagically delicious, whatever your name is. I wouldn't send my kids to school until Garrity gives the Boston schools just as they are. Don't you know the kind of element they're going to send in here from Roxbury? They've already put metal detectors in the high schools.
But why do they have to come here? We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no bubblers, no bathroom doors, no Bunsen burners. Our school and theirs are the worst two in the city, but you don't hear us crying about it.
Hey, my man, let's go to Southie and see if we can't spook some honkies. Remember the last time we was there? They were throwing bottles and cans at us, bunch of jive-ass turkeys.
I hate to tell you this, my main man, but we're already in that part of Boston. We're in Southie.
What? How'd that happen? I didn't even get to practice any of my kung fu moves. Get down.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Think they always crying about something. Hey, Miss Day Hicks, we might not be able to take our kids over to Harvard or MIT, but we got pride. Southie pride. And this narrowback Judge Garrity, an Irishman no less, he ain't taking that shit away from us.
We learn through our lived experiences, Louise.
McMagic, did you say something?
Do I sound like a kraut?
A little.
Garrity, I don't know who you think you are. We got neighborhood rights. We're not racist. We're good Catholics. And we love Southie. That's why we stick together, and we like it that way. The blacks, they live in Roxbury. They obviously like being with their own kind. I'm the only mother who's been on the ballot in this town. I think it's a holy sin that you're dumping forced busing onto the kids and the families. You think they're going to be able to figure it out? You'll see what they wind up doing, especially with blacks.
No school improvements and no new schools until we get the numbers right. Equal white, equal black. We're under the gun.
You know what, Garrity? You know what? Maybe if you stop spending all that money on them gas-guzzling buses, our kids could have some books, and the blacks could have some books. They don't need to go to school together. It's just not right.
We don't want to go to your nasty schools, no way.
Hey, Garrity, what do you know about sending kids to South Boston anyway? You's from Wellesley. I don't see you or Camelot Kennedy coming over to South Boston or Roxbury anytime. You know, we got rights. White rights. So stop treating us like a bunch of Irish niggers.
Wrong! All I know is I ain't putting my kid on any bus to go to Roxbury when there's a perfectly good school around the corner with white kids that have known each other since they were babies and Panthers playing around the fire hydrants. And I will keep my kids out of school until you smarty pants judges and you politicians get your friggin' acts together.
Hang on, everyone.
As a white individual who happens to be down with the black community, I've consulted over this with some of my closest friends who are black. Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, Zora Neale Hurston. Zora, wake up. Zora, what do you think? Is Black Mountain College ready for this departure from Southern procedure? Well,
Confidentially, some of you left-wing people really get me down. You always want to spring up some sensation that brings some great publicity, but gives us no bit of good.
Boy, am I glad I didn't have to hear what was going on in that faculty meeting. Because if I did, I wouldn't have come. I've never even heard of Black Mountain College before. All I knew, it was in the South. I want to go to Juilliard so I could study piano.
Welcome to Black Mountain College. You must be Miss Stone.
You guess?
I guess Black Mountain College does go in for fads sometimes.
So I see. Geez, I guess I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb here. I'm gonna have to work extra hard to make my presence known.
Damn right you do. And you better be careful walking through the halls. Don't even bother asking a teacher for a bathroom pass, because the kids, the teachers, and even the cops will be waiting out there ready to kick your ass.
Yeah, she ain't kidding. Just stay in your classroom.
Who the hell are you, and where in the hell did you come from?
Boston, Southie, you ever hear of it? See, they're trying to put you people over here on school buses and our kids over to your schools, but we'll boycott it. Our kids don't need to go to school with your kind.
So why can't black kids and white kids go to school together?
Because you're all a bunch of gangbangers. Just because we live in the projects like you, doesn't mean we act like a cage full of monkeys.
What are projects?
Excuse me, you're trying to tell me there's no crime in South Boston?
Very little.
I've seen Black Mass. I know better.
Hollywood representation.
We all know better.
Hollywood representation.
The jig is up, girl.
Hollywood representation.
You don't know.
All right, all right.
Do you know the price of a house in South Boston?
Yeah, it's cheap.
No, it's not. It goes up to $500,000.
Doubtful.
Wait a minute. Y'all say you're from Boston, the cradle of liberty and the mecca of education, and y'all work up because somebody wants some little white kids and some black kids to go to school together? Well, if that's what the North is, y'all can have Juilliard. I'm better off here at the college in North Carolina.
Oh, for Christ's sake, blacks don't go to college.
Then who has the better schools then?
Look, it's 1974. We at the Boston School Committee are opposed to forced busing. We don't care about the state's racial imbalance law, and we don't care about Garrity's court orders. Racial integration, that's not the way to better our schools. Neighborhood control is.
So, who has the better schools then?
Neither school has much of anything. They're both very poor, young lady.
Oh my goodness, then why are you trying to get something from one another's schools if the white kids and the black kids and the Irish kids are in the same boat?
The blacks and the Irish will never be the same.
One day, Clark Foreman, he came calling on the president of my college, Horace Manbon. He wanted me to come on down to Black Mountain College in Asheville, North Carolina. I am their first Negro student. How's that, kitty cat?
Sounds like Metco to me.
Whatever.
Listen, that's great. You're at a black college. Wonderful. That's where you belong.
Look, do you mean to tell me that a Negro can function in an all-white school? You must be causing all kinds of chaos and disruption to everyone's education.
You know what? I'm not causing any disruption, but I tell you what I am doing. I feel a closeness and a connection with the minds of the students here at Black Mountain College. We stay up all night talking about ensemble music, democratic principles, and how fashion feels architecture. We also talk about how they fled Hitler and his atrocities. You know, anti-Semitism, racism, Miss Haydix, those are disruptions and distractions, not I.
You know where I stand. And don't bring the Jews into this.
As a matter of fact, I think I will. One day, Mr. Albers, a prickly kind of man, don't you know he came up to me during the concert?
I wanted to touch a white handmade bolero jacket that a stepmother had made for a senior reception at Spellman. It had Angora thread woven into an intricate pattern that gave it a soft look and texture.
You touched all of this? What, you got over to the dark side? Soon there'll be a bunch of baby mulattoes running around here.
No, Frau, in our community we learn to experience through our interactions with the other race. What are your children learning through boycotting the schools? And besides, are you not a mulatto?
As a matter of fact, I am, but I'm nobody's Frau. You can call me Bianca. And thanks to you, for the past 60 years, students have been sweating and howling over the damn coloring charges that you assigned, you fucking asshole. Thanks.
Who said anything about using color aid paper? All colors can be found in nature.
Introducing the selection committee. Golden Woman, Director and Chief Curator of the Museum of Black Art. She is a powerful force that created an expansive niche for black art of the 21st century. Everyone says she's nice. Black Panther Party, a black revolutionary socialist organization founded by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale in 1966 in Oakland, California.
Right on.
The Panthers instituted a variety of social programs to alleviate poverty. They also set forth a 12-point program to empower black neighborhoods and to protect them from police brutality. Bob and Doris. Grandparents. Catskill socialites and Jewish American assimilationists, i.e. not communists. Bob and Doris are also ballroom dance teachers who in 1961 compiled this album titled It's Like Dancing on a Cloud with Bob and Doris. Barack Obama. First biracial, black president of the United States of America. Othello. Notable black sculptor in his 70s who was the one black resident artist hired to teach at the aforementioned New England Artist Residency. Adrian Piper. Infamous black artist who told racist whites where to get off when they said fucked up things to her by handing them business cards that read,
"Dear friend, I am black." I'm sure you didn't realize this when you made or laughed at or agreed with that racist remark. I regret any discomfort my presence is causing you, just as I'm sure you regret the discomfort your racism is causing me.
She had one of these cards that she gave to misogynistic assholes as well.
So as you all know, we are here to meet with our third and final nominee for the position of Executive Administrator of the Cultural Council for Transdisciplinary, Intersectional, and Divergent Processes of Post-Structural Creative Production. Please tell Ms. Abrams to come in.
Wait! Abrams? Why is this one got a Jewish name? I thought they were going to bring someone black in here for once.
Right on, brother. Talk is cheap. Believe it when you see it.
Jews, blacks, what's the difference? And we have taught dozens of blacks and whites, Jews and non-Jews, even homosexuals, how to ballroom dance for over 20 years. And they were all outstanding.
Why are those two here?
Have any of you thought of the fact that Miss Abrams might be Jewish and also black?
Oh, one of those. We're going to have someone up in here with a mission, a civil rights baby, wanting us to get all integrated. I'm too tired and I'm too damn old to tell her that she's a few generations behind. We tried that already. And it didn't damn work.
Yeah, it ain't about integrationalism, brother. It's about separatism. It's about survivalism.
Boys, knock it off. I have an important question. What are you doing in the spring, in the summer? And Then again, later in the winter, I have some open slots at the museum.
Not to worry, Golden. I got some nice young kids in mind for you. They've been hanging around. These fellows do graffiti, and one makes robots out of ghetto blasters, and one of them is a fairy, but I know you always like a few of those. He takes pictures of white men's dicks.
That sounds perfect.
Golden, have you ever thought about curating a show of artists from a wide range of races and cultures, showing them at the Museum of Black Art just because, well, they're artists, and because yours is a museum that shows art?
We've discussed that, Adrian. We want to provide a space that is specifically devoted to the work of artists from the African diaspora. We all know how tenuous the representation of our artists are in the mainstream world.
I concur, Golden, but don't you see that you're ghettoizing the artists and the museum in the process? Our artists are not going to be seen for themselves outside of this black bubble. And the rest of the art world is more than happy to keep us within that sphere.
Adrian, you don't know shit about what black people need. Look at you studying philosophy. Getting all up with the Buddha.
My beautiful black sister, I just want to ask you, do you know anything about your ancestors? Harriet, Sojourner, Mao Zedong, Nefertiti, do any of these names mean anything to you?
Bobby, Stokely, Huey, Asata, even Angela Davis jumped off your nasty old boat.
What did she say? I don't know, Bob. I haven't understood anything any of them are talking about. Look, why are we done with this already? I didn't eat because I thought they'd have something to gnash on, and I was starving again.
What I want to know is what made this woman get as far as she's gotten. What's she look like? Is she light? Has she got good hair? What's she talk like? Who she slept with?
Well, I am sure she must be outstanding in her field, just as you are, old fella.
Listen to this man telling people to remember MLK. And where's that brother? Dead. Ain't nobody remember him except when you get a day off from work. Shit. Malcolm X is dead too, but at least he ain't trying to be tight with the whites.
Take it easy, Pam. King may have not have had all the answers, but at least our children had someone to look up to. He was on the news. His name was in the paper. He had whites paying attention.
Just like you, fool. I seen you in the paper too. And all of them art magazines that white people buy, sitting there in the sunshine with your ceramic mug of tea. And who are those people reading about you? White people want to buy your shit just to add a little Negro spice to their walls. But they hang that shit up in a dark corridor of their house, brother, so no one can really see it except Blackula. You know what? They're using that shit just to keep black motherfuckers away.
Listen! You ungrateful parasite. You ain't nothing but pieces of shit with some second-hand artillery sagging off of your backs. That bootleg crap you carrying couldn't kill a jive turkey. Them collectors have been real nice to me. Because of them, me and my wife own a city home and a country home. We take vacations. I buy good scotch. They respect me. I am a man.
May I point out that thanks to our youngest innovators, that treacherous word has been reclaimed. It has been re-signified as the staccato of street banter and hip-hop. It used to sting, but now it is an anthem of our people. I wrote that in the catalog for our current exhibition, which coincidentally is titled Nigga. We have Bitch and Hoe opening in January. These two are words that have experienced a semiotic subterfuge.
Are you out of your mind, Golden? You're putting up a show that's called Nigga?
Nigga, old fella.
Nigger?
It's nigga.
This is disgusting, Bob. Could you imagine if we still had to listen to the filthy words they used to call us? I mean, those were terrible times, and look how hard we worked to get to where we are today.
Oh, fella. Golden. This fighting needs to cease immediately. Our purpose here is turning into a calamity. We were invited to see if Ms. Abrams is an appropriate candidate for this position. And as I see it, As long as we perseverate on this issue of identity politics, we will not find the right person for this job.
You are an animal, a splendid, beautiful beast. When your nostrils flare, you paw the ground. The whole theater is electric with your animal presence. How vulgar! It is not vulgar. It is primitive, mindless, fierce, the natural nobility of the beast. It is you who are a beast, Stokely. Alas, no, my dear. Not enough of one to be an artist like you. What are you talking about? The decline of the West Side. I may be close enough to nature to love the beautiful, to worship the sublime. It is perhaps my taughter eyes. But I am not child enough, nor mad enough, nor savage enough to be an artist. But you, Eleonora, you have not lost your birthright. You must dance the roles of great passion. The Queen of Sheba, Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, the murderous Hagar wailing in the desert, noble Atala. I myself see you in your native land as Pocahontas. But I see myself as Odette, as Giselle. My dear, you would be a blackface in a snowbank. The classical ballet is a white machine. There is no room in life for it. I protest, Stokely, in the name of Malcolm X and Mikhail Fokine. Oh, shut up, Bubbler. I too protest, Stokely. Is not my arabesque the equal of Anna's? Perhaps, but that is not why we love you. We love you because you are as black as the Ace of Spades, black as Pushkin's noble ancestor. You are our black pearl, our black diamond, our black beauty. Eleonora, you palpitate with sincerity, every pause, sentiment, every movement, a passion. Stokely, you are holding back my career. Have I not made your career? Have you no confidence in me? I know you better than you know yourself. Yellow is intriguing. Red is exciting. Brown is charming, but black is beautiful. Sure enough, Daddy. We black folks, red folks, mad folk, chillin' folk, women folk, we closer to the beast of the field, little father. Eleonora, you must stop this vulgarity at once. I'm sorry, Daddy, but I's a bit out of practice. I ain't been a mammy for a long time, Daddy. How dat, little father? Obscene. I's doing the best I can. I's just an old handkerchief head. Or what? A serf in a babushka, Daddy. Serfdom was abolished by Alexander in the 1860s. Slavery was abolished by Lincoln in the 1860s. But that don't matter. Know how do it, Daddy. Eleonora, stop being ridiculous. You are my only dancer with a university education. Stop behaving like a savage. All right, Stokely. I will behave like a businessman. I'll get my father to lend me the money, and I'll steal your dancers away. I'll turn the Ballet Russe into the American Ballet Company. Nonsense. America is the land of skyscrapers, gangsters, cowboys, and red Indians. Violence is as American as apple pie. You would now find audiences and you will bankrupt your father. Come back to your senses. For you, we will restage the riot of summer. You remember July 1967, when the pigs raided the blind pig and the bassoons solo blasted. The boos, the hisses, the roar of the National Guard's tanks. The dissonance may have been unbearable, yet was not this the sound of postmodernity? Au revoir, Motown, bonjour, machine guns, pepper spray, the screech of a break from an assembly line, the force of hoses on bodies, black bodies, the stall of a motor, that obscene tire on 94 explodes, deflates, and all vinyl ceases to spin.